Be ready to defend your faith. In a world filled with confusion, religious division, and growing opposition to truth, the call for every Christian is clear: be ready to defend your faith. Christianity is not a passive belief system. It is a conviction that must be understood, lived, and courageously explained. The Apostle Peter gives a powerful charge in 1 Peter 3:15. But sanctify the Lord God in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you. This is not a suggestion, it is a command. To defend your faith effectively, it must first be deeply rooted in your heart. You cannot defend what you do not know. Many Christians struggle not because the truth is weak, but because their understanding is shallow. That is why Timothy 2:15 instructs us to study to show thyself approved unto God. Christianity requires effort, discipline, and spiritual growth. The Hebrew writer rebuked believers in Hebrews 5:12-14 because they remained spiritually immature when they should have been teachers. A Christian who does not study becomes defenseless in a world full of questions. But knowing the truth is only the beginning. You must also be willing to speak. Faith is not meant to be hidden. Too many Christians remain silent out of fear, yet silence is not an option when truth is at stake. Consider the boldness of Stephen, who stood before hostile men and powerfully defended the truth in Acts 7, even at the cost of his life. Think of Paul the Apostle, who reasoned with people daily, explaining and proving the Scriptures in Acts 17:2-3. These men did not wait for perfect conditions. They spoke because they were convinced of the truth. In practical terms, this means you must prepare yourself for real-life conversations. People will ask you questions. Why do you believe in baptism for salvation? Why do you worship the way you do? Why do you reject certain practices? If you hesitate or avoid answering, you miss an opportunity to glorify God. Defending your faith does not mean knowing everything, but it does mean being prepared to explain what you do know, using the Scriptures as your foundation. However, your words alone are not enough. Your life must support your message. One of the greatest obstacles to defending the faith is hypocrisy. A person who speaks truth but lives contrary to it weakens his own argument. Jesus teaches in Matthew 5:16, "Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works." Your conduct is a living sermon. Likewise, Titus 2:7-8 urges believers to be examples of good works, with sound speech that cannot be condemned. When your life reflects Christ, your defense